Welcome to Dollholla, the home of your Los Angeles Derby Dolls, and a 2024 Battle on the Bank, Day 2. Battle on the Bank Day 1 brought a lot of challenges, including the fact that everyone in Los Angeles decided to go on vacation, and it took most of us forever to actually get here. Anyway, Day 2 is already about to get underway. Day 1 action, let me recap it for you real quick. First of all, so awesome to have all these leagues together. It's our first Battle on the Bank since the pandemic, and I cannot tell you how wonderful the energy here is in Dollholla. We have got TXRD on the track. They're about to take on LA. After that, we'll have San Diego Wildfires versus Arizona, followed by Tilted Thunder, and they'll be going against the winner of, the winner of this game or the loser? One or the other. I'll let you know in a second. Anyway, first bout yesterday was Tilted Thunder versus TXRD. And I tell you, Tilted Thunder really had a strong defense and offense. They won 115 to 55. After that, the Los Yay, Derby! After that, we had the LA Derby Dolls versus San Diego Derby United. And there, San Diego dominated with a super strong defense, 124 to 34 for the Derby Dolls. After that, we had Arizona taking on the winner of Game 1, Tilted Thunder. Arizona really dominated the track on that one, 273 to 6. So how we're going today is the next bout will be the loser of Game 1 versus loser of Game 2. So that will be LADD versus TXRD. After that, we will have the winners of Game 2 and 3, Derby United versus Arizona. And then we'll have another game after that. And of course, tonight it all ends with our wonderful, super exciting expo bout between the Trans Agenda and a Cal Squad. Cal Squad being a gender-inclusive team, and the Trans Agenda featuring transgender skaters and non-binary skaters. Anyway, it's going to be fantastic. It starts here at 8 o'clock. Everything is Pacific time here in Los Angeles. We're going to get ready now to introduce these skaters. See you in the chat room. I'm sorry if I didn't get out to your shout-outs yesterday, but I'll keep an eye on it, I promise. Anyway, see you on the track. All right, everybody. We got our first bout about to be underway with the Derby Dolls versus TXRD All-Star Army. Skating for the Derby Dolls, we got Woot, Stefcon, $6 a shot, Jaeger Bomb, 2 CUP, Caring About Nothing, 14 Hell's Kitten, 33 D Cup Runneth Over, 39 Bucket, 76 Jezahel, 83 Diana Ross, 218 Penetration, 305 Gandalf the Cray, 500 Jesus, 606 She Deviled Egg, 845 New York Skate of Mine, 923 Bonafide, 925 The Captain, Sweet Home Alabama, 1942 Misbehaving, 2022 Chance the Lapper, 3720 Hand of the Barbarian, 5515 we got Vanessa Bludgeons, aka Baby V, and 9637 Jane Woe with your team managers Whippy Goldberg and bench coaches Metallic Kyle and Draft Punk. Hey, we got Red Coat Kramer here from TXRD. Hi, Kramer. Or should I call you Red Coat?
How you doing, folks? Here from Austin, Texas, TXRD's All-Star Army. Number OW, Bad Habits. Number 5, Mila Jukovic. Number 21, Lily the Kid. Number 48, Feminade. Number 86, Rails from the Crypt. Number 222, Mildred. Number 616, Scapegoat. Number 666, Mixed Mayhem. Number 17, Stevie Kicks. Number 1983, Stranger Thing. Number 5678, Hannibal Wrecker. Number TKO, Rum Punch. Number 6187, Nina Guillotina. Number 8055, Ambitious. And number 8475, Agrobat, being managed by Dyer's Eve. And we're ready to roll. Here's the scramble, folks.
Yeah, and I would well, I'll do the land acknowledgement after this. Right now, I have one question for you. Are you ready for roller derby action? I think they're ready.
I believe so.
Yeah,
a lot of energy for the morning.
I gotta say that the Derby Dolls acknowledge that we gather on traditional and unceded Kizh and Tongva land. We ask league members and the Derby Dolls community to honor with gratitude the Kizh and Tongva people, elders, and the land itself. And of course, honoring all our skaters here. I'm waiting on you, baby.
Somebody blow a whistle.
You can, I have my thumb up. Is that good enough? Does everyone have their thumbs up? Eyes in the sky, thumbs up. All right. Everyone doing their Fonzies?
Oh, we're waiting on the clock
I see what's
correction.
happening. We're waiting on the clock. Don't worry, we'll fix it in post. Hey, we should get that clock going. So first bout and the next two bouts will be mini bouts. They'll feature 2 quarters or 30 minutes of gameplay with a 5-minute break in between.
All right, Infidel Castro on the job. Got it corrected. We're ready to roll.
I hope you're still ready for roller derby action.
And we're off, and we're going to start quick from TXRD. We got Rails from the Crypt jamming against LA69. That is Jane Woe. Jane Woe, their lead jammer.
Yeah, Jane Woe out of the pack. Reminders, the jammers have the stars on their helmet. When they make it through the pack, the first one out is the lead jammer. They can either skate the full 60 seconds of the pack or call it up anytime by putting hands on hip. Lead jammer right now, Jane Woe's for the Derby Dolls. Every member of the opposing team passed is a point.
It's a quick spin out on the front side. Jane Woe trying to rejoin, gets around Ambitious, who just fell, but that is the jam. The points are coming in. It's 4 points to open it up for LA.
That was a scramble. Hey, let's make some noise for roller derby. I see Arizona out there waiting for the next bout, and of course our LA cheerleaders there. What's up, Nimble?
Oh, and we're starting off with a power jam as they pull She-Devil Egg off the line. Record is going to be skating for TXRD on this one.
Yeah, Jane Woe's in the penalty box with a low blocking penalty, but not to be outdone. We got an arms penalty there against Mixed Mayhem.
In they go. Hannibal Record going up the middle, tossed off the rail, trying to get that front side, getting blocked off.
Derby Dolls drew first blood with 4
Packets
points.
collapsed on the inside, but picked up by Penetration. Hannibal Record back up on the track, gets behind D-Cup, runneth over, get a little help from Sweet Home Alabama. It's a solid 3-wall, and shoved to the inside is Hannibal Record again.
All right. Okay, with the jammers there, I want to start off again with 4 points for the Derby Dolls, 0 for that. But Texas finally getting about the chance to get some points on the board. Although Penny really taking their jammer to the inside, they have to re-enter the pack without advancing their position, or they could get a cutting penalty, which would lead to trading power jam.
Wow, second hit on Hannibal Record was forced inside. Oh, and a hit from Bad Habit knocks Penetration all the way in.
Oh, that was awesome. I hope we got that one on camera. Yeah, people are ready to rumble this morning.
Hannibal Record finally clearing the pack, but ran out of time, and that was burnt out, and a great defense from LA.
Yeah, LA owned the clock there with their defense, taking TXRD to a scoreless jam. And it's still 0-4.
On the line, that is Nina Guillotine, but Nina Guillotine is going to be pulled off for a power jam in favor of LA as Hannibal Record called for a penalty.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, we're waiting for the whiteboard on that one. All right, yeah. Pulled off for a stopping penalty, and also we've got a legal procedure in there on scapegoat. But we also have penetration for a directional block, and I see another directional block and an arms penalty for the Derby Dolls. I believe that is for Gandalf the Grey.
Well, we're starting off dirty here just by the
Yeah,
second jam.
well, the LADD TXRD rivalry is one of my favorites. When LADD started, TXRD were our idols.
StepCon 1 rocketing out with the minimal amount of skaters, only 2 blockers from each team in this power jam. Diana Ross trying to keep Mixed Mayhem contained. And just comes in and gets a little bit, but not enough to take StepCon off the line.
Yeah, this is the bare minimum of skaters that can be on the track. And by the way, that was newsy New York State of Mind with that directional block and arms penalty. Sorry to give that to Gandalf. And StepCon 1 through on another scoring pass.
Bucket and Diana Ross doing their best to keep Mixed Mayhem contained. Meanwhile, Ambitious trying to measure approach. Gets it that time and bops StepCon 1 right off the track. StepCon 1 recycles back in and gets up low. Ambitious trying to stay in front, has to let go, drifted too far from the pack. And off goes Stefcon 1 for another pass.
Yeah, when you get that 20 feet away, you have to let the jammer go. Stefcon coming through again. I tell you, very different game than yesterday when they were facing off with San Diego. San Diego kept pulling those really strong 3-walls. Steph looking up for the clock. It runs out. And that is a big, how many points? A lot. We have to count. It goes up like a little slot machine on the scoreboard. Like 20 points, 15 points. Wow, Derby Dolls take it 20-0. Although I see Die in the penalty box for the Derby Dolls. Yeah, Die in the penalty box. Oh, blocking out of bounds. Wow, we don't get those very often.
Yeah, I guess I missed that one. As we get going, we got Stevie Kicks facing off against Baby V, who has broken out front and has the lead jammer position before he even reached turn 1. Stevie Kicks getting through and getting loose of the pack as well.
Yeah, I gotta just take a moment to say how much I love the skate name Stevie Kicks. But yeah, Baby V working into a point scoring position, spread out pack, really fast moving pack.
Great go look to hang up Baby V, and Baby V calls it before clearing the pack completely. It's going to bring a grand total of 4 points, I believe, for LA.
Yep, 4. Bring it to 28-0, although we got an arms penalty against TXRD against Scapegoat. It's going to take me a while to get Scapegoat over Scapegoat. I apologize for that right now.
Hey, easily understandable. Here we go, and everybody's falling over turn 1.
Yeah, and that's Newsy skating for the Derby Dolls, really trying to get out lead. Finally making it.
New York Skate of Mine making it free out the front side, going up against Feminade. Feminade from TXRD caught in the backpack trying to break through. New York Skate of Mine with the approach. Goes up high and a great juke and back inside. What a beautiful move, and gets the full pass, calls it.
Yeah, right. I have to give a moment to Feminade, though. That is just fantastic name. And fantastic skater. It's so wonderful having TXRD here today. And right now, though, 33 points for the Derby Dolls, 0 for TXRD. And we do have in the penalty box, I see a penalty, but I don't see, oh, yep, I see Sweetie, Sweet Home Alabama, the captain for the Derby Dolls, into the penalty box with a stopping penalty.
Off we go on the line. This time for TXRD, we have Acrobat. On the other side for LA
is Hell's Kitten. Wow, coming on through, and man, wow. Looks like a great, with that Mila, with that hit. Yep, that was Scapegoat.
What great defense. Everyone's cycling around, and it is a great rotation. Hell's Kitten gets tangled up, a little bit of friendly fire. Down go TXRD blockers. Scapegoat goes to contain, and it's a whole 4-wall on the front side.
Yeah, you can't help but wonder, though, if that might have led to a back blocking, which if that's the case, the next jam would be a power jam. But that's up for our radical officiating crew, who is doing such a fantastic job this weekend.
Hell's Kitten goes up, gets around Acrobat, who's being contained by Stefcon 1 and Diana Ross. And in goes Acrobat, almost takes out the ref.
Yeah, I can see why you call the skater acrobat, because there was some acrobatics right there. I'm sure you say that a lot.
Well, we're hoping she stays on the track today, as she flew out yesterday.
Yeah, she's the one who flew out yesterday. That was perfect. That was real. Well, I mean, not for her, but the fact that Acrobat was the one who skated off or fell off the track kind of was fitting.
Hey, it was a clean exit, no injury, so no harm, no foul.
And just like I was thinking, I can see that Hell's Kitten will be, oh, I think we might have a situation where we have a double jammer down. Well, or maybe not. We got a lot of penalties right there. Yeah, so I see the jammer for TXRD in the penalty box. But I don't see we got Jane Rose on the score. Yeah, in there with a stopping penalty and a, wow, don't get that one very often, so much so that I'm trying to see what it is. I believe it's a directional block, which we do get a lot. And then we also have, for the Derby Dolls, we got penetration in there also with 2 penalties. But here's the main thing on the track right now. And that is Jane Rose versus TXRD, and TXRD is out front. Guillotina is the lead jammer. Oh, Jane Rose almost out, taken into the infield, has to re-enter the pack without advancing position. Oh my God! That was incredible. Guillotina flying into there.
All right, looks like TXRD picked up 4 points in that Nina Guillotina jam. And they are officially on the board. 7 minutes to go in this jam.
Right on.
Sorry.
4 to 38, and I do see TXRD has a skater sitting in the penalty box.
I don't know if they've decided on the penalty because they haven't even written out the
We have our own different penalty wheel. I don't know. I was going to try and go with something there. It didn't quite work. But right now we have Egg working to get out as lead jammer for the Derby Dolls.
And it's Bad Habich out front, just ahead of She Devil Egg. Bad Habich in the front with a lead jammer position. Here comes LA, a 4-wall in the back as TXRD looks to break it up. Bad Habich coming in with head steam and decides to better of it, calls it, and no points for either team.
Yeah, you never know at those points like that. I mean, you could try and go in and get 1 point because all you need to do is pass a skater by their hips and you can rack up some quick points, but it's also a gamble. A lot of points management. Oh, hey, nobody in the penalty box. That's so cool.
Oh, it was a clean jam. Well, you know, they didn't even get any points here, so.
Oh, well, that explains it.
Rails from the crypt for TXRD going up, but on the LA side.
That's Bucket.
Bucket. All the way in the lead jam position, halfway around the track. Meanwhile, Rails from the crypt being contained by Diana Ross and Hell's Kitten.
Yeah, lead jammer, by the way, you can tell because there's somebody in the infield pointing at them wearing a pink cover, a pink sweatband thing.
Beautiful splitting of the pack by Bucket. And it's a quick panty pass there over to Mixed Mayhem, but Mixed Mayhem now getting tied up among the blockers as Bucket makes another run. Yeah,
Bucket came right through as they're trying to do a helmet pass from Rails to the crypt. I'm not exactly sure where that cover is right now. Oh, there it is. It's on somebody's head.
That would be Mixed Mayhem that picked it up right there as Bucket once again goes rail side and catches a quick hit for Rails, but not enough to slow Bucket down.
Yeah, Bucket, man, racking him up. 15 points for the Derby Dolls. Yeah, make some noise for roller derby. So happy to have you all here.
Looks like we got Agrobat fan in the stands there with the signs going up.
And we have Hell's Kitten in the penalty box with a directional block.
Ooh.
Ouch. All right, so that gives TXRD a slight pack advantage. Oh, Hanna-Barbarian jamming for the Derby Dolls.
Against Hannibal Wrecker. And everybody goes to the inside of the track, and meanwhile, Hanna-Barbarian took off.
And by the way, I have to give a quick shout out to Hanna-Barbarian, who's the executive producer of Black Barbie, now available on Netflix. If everyone should watch Black Barbie on Netflix. Hanna-Barbarian trying to work into that point scoring position, almost up to the front.
Hannibal Wrecker going down, kind of recycle back in here. Is meanwhile Hanna-Barbarian. Oh, and it's a hard hit to Stevie Kicks on the inside.
Yeah, Hanna-Barbarian, once again, when you go in the infield, you have to re-enter without advancing your position, or you will get a cutting penalty, and that could lead to one of those power jams.
Lily the Kid with a couple of defensive moves might have been far from the pack. We're going to have to see at the end of this, as they call it. And sure enough, it looks like there's an arms penalty for LA and a low block for TXRD.
Yeah, I think I saw Lily the Kid with the low block.
Yep.
And an official timeout. I have to make sure it's an official timeout and not our 5-minute break. I want to thank everybody who's listening on our webcast and watching on our webcast. Seth, are you awake? I know you had a shout out for the Derby Dolls. Right now I have a shout out for Sweetie, who has an arms penalty. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Vanna Fight with an arms penalty. I know you wanted to, I had a little shout out thing, and yesterday was a little chaotic between the massive traffic and the credit card fraud I had to deal with. But again, not trying to be Axl Rose and talk about my legal problems. But a lot of crazy stuff happened yesterday, and I totally forgot where I was going with that.
It's okay, these things happen.
I know, it happens.
Everyone getting settled in. I see some of the teams already in the stands. How's San Diego doing out there in the stands? Y'all good? Yeah, they're just waking up. How about you, Arizona? All right, Arizona had their coffee. Is Tilted Thunder in the house?
No.
Nope.
Oh, I remembered my thought. I forgot I have a shout out thing, and I'm sorry for the shout outs I didn't get to yesterday. I'll work them in eventually. once I figure that out, I try to be organized, you know, it's so hard. All right, both teams down a blocker.
Off they go, and in we have, oh, Nina Guillotina slipping in. Meanwhile, New York Skate of Mind is caught in the backpack, but Nina Guillotina making their way around. Nina currently holds TXRD's only point so far in this bout. Skate of Mind is now cleared.
Yeah.
And look at the pack go. Nina picks up one, picks up two. Oh, and somehow gets right across.
Yeah, one in the infield, once again, one of those tricky situations. Calls it off, though, seeing the opposing camera come off. And that looks like a 4 points for TXRD.
Another 4-point jam for Nina Guillotina, coming in strong here in the second day of Battle on the Bank 13.
13 of these things we've done.
13.
Wild, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about the first one yesterday with like Chola getting ejected and throwing her shoe. Which, there's a rumor that we have the shoe and it might make an appearance tomorrow.
It is a chunkla, and it is a flying chunkla. It's here we go. What a move inside and out for Steph Con 1 for LA.
Yeah, Steph Con out lead, man. Had so much containment yesterday when they were skating against San Diego. It's nice to see Steph free. Skating like Steph loves so much. Steph's been with the league for 17 years.
And down goes Stevie Kicks, who's skating for TXRD on this one. Steph got one, picks up one hit, but barely phases her. Gets all the way through. Stevie Kicks still trying to get around the back of Hell's Kitchen and Diana Ross, who are really giving her the business on the back end. Here comes Steph got one, upside, and drops in. It's a penny pass over to Bad Habit, and Steph Con 1 skating up low. Habit getting right in the way.
You know, Steph's still lead jammer.
And calls it with one skate on the track.
3 points for TXRD. I'm kind of surprised Steph didn't call it sooner. How many points for LA? A lot, I guess.
It looks like.
Okay, everyone changed their. So basically, the refs who are counting the points and the penalties, they have these sweatbands on their helmets so you can tell who is associated with who. LA has finally switched to a black one, so that makes it a little less confusing. We got Dye in the penalty box with an illegal block.
Directional blocking called on that one. Here we got Feminade and Baby V up front. Baby V broke out almost right off the bat. Meanwhile, Feminade's fighting in the back, has a little room to move.
Yeah, the pack is in a full scramble. Vanna Fight and Jane Rose holding the front line, waiting for Baby V to try to come through. Wow, look at TXRD putting up that four wall.
And Bitches forces Baby V all the way to the inside of the track as Baby V gets back up and running. Goes up rail side's got a little room to move. Feminade clearing the pack, and here comes Baby V. Baby V pushing up against rails on the crib, and a quick offensive move there. And there's Mila Jukovic, couldn't get in position. Baby V is clear, but calls it before Feminade could get around. That's going to be a grand total of
4 points for LA.
Boy, it's easy to lose track of them point refs. They're all over the place.
I know, they move so, it's because they're on wheels.
I think it's because it's a black headband. They're already in black and white.
Yeah, I know, it's a little confusing, but you know. Anyway, we got Mila, my new buddy, Jukovic, in the penalty box. Sorry. Wait, did I just see like a helmet get snatched off a head, or the star get snatched off a head super quickly? Well, I think that might be the case. She double leg jamming for LA into the infield, has to re-enter the pack without advancing position, or will be trading power jams.
She double leg, making it out on the front side and gets a lead jammer position. Meanwhile, in the back, skaters are going flying as we do have a penny pass over to Bad Habit again.
Yeah, Bad Habit has the star cover and is about to put it on, but it looks like damage might be done by Egg, who's already in a point scoring position. Wow, into that pack, hot, and calls it off. Yeah, that was good. It's all good. Oh, I love roller derby so much. We now have a quick 5-minute break before we're going to start the second quarter of exciting roller derby action here at Valhalla. I want to take a moment to thank some of our supporters. We have got, of course, our wonderful S1 helmets, a symbol of protection, protecting the Derby Dolls since 2009, S1 helmets. We also got our Derby Dolls wear clothing by Frogmouth Clothing, and made in Austin, Texas. And we want to thank the City of Vernon and the Community Fund. This bout is brought to you by the Vernon Community Fund. The Vernon Community Fund provides charitable contributions to community-based organizations and governmental agencies in support of efforts to support quality of life, strengthen families, and affirm Vernon's ties with neighboring communities in pursuit of bright futures. I also want to thank our radical officiating crew, who's done just, the way they staff these tournaments is just so really, really impressive, and so grateful for that. We have a long day of roller derby here, but we know that track is safe because our track monkeys are here. And Jim and Tex, they've got a new person with them today. Ziggy Stardust is learning how to be a track monkey. So I think they're referring to it as just the Zig. The Zig is learning how to be a track monkey. And of course, our wonderful rad crew running our boutcast, webcast, whatever you want to call it, our live stream, and all the AV here. We got some new lights here. Everything's been really fixed up we cleaned for you.
Aw.
I know, we cleaned like the whole place, and then we did construction. There's like a door on the stuff. Like I walked in here, it's like a new place in so many ways.
All right, it looks like Arizona and San Diego has disappeared from the stands to start warming up for their game.
Yeah, we're just going to take a few minutes here to take a break, and then we'll be right back with you with more exciting roller derby action.
A Los Angeles Derby Dolls bout consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 15 minutes. These quarters are divided into 6. Has 5 players on the track in each jam, 4 players called blockers, and 1 point-scoring player called the jammer. You can always distinguish the jammers from the other players on the track by their starred helmets. It's the jammer's job to try to score points, and the blocker's job to try to stop them. The first whistle will sound to start the jam, and the blockers launch onto the track. The blockers form a tight grouping called the pack. The jammers race their way around the track and catch up to the pack. The jammers must then fight their way through the pack. The blockers from the opposing team will try to stop them, while the blockers on their team try to assist them. The jammers have now broken out of the pack and must race their way around the track and meet up with the pack again. Keep an eye on the jammer in front. She is your lead jammer and can call off the jammer by placing her hands on her hips. The pink jammer is now in position to score. She receives 1 point for each member of the opposing team she passes. As the pink jammer racks up points, the yellow jammer catches the pack and is now also in position to score. The yellow jammer will also receive 1 point for each member of the pink team she passes. The jam ends when 60 seconds have elapsed, or when the lead jammer calls off the jam by placing her hands on her hips. Players are not permitted to purposely trip or tackle their opponents. Players can block each other using their bodies and shoulders, but cannot use their elbows, forearms, or hands. Players violating the rules will be placed in the penalty box located on the infield, forcing their team to skate the next jam with 1 less skater. The game ends after 4 quarters. The team with the most points at the end of the bout is your winner.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the second quarter of exciting roller derby action here in Valhalla and Battle on the Bank Day 2. We got TXRD versus LADD, and LA right now leading 85-11. I'm Eva Lee, and this is Red Coat Kramer, and we've been your commentators, announcers, and we're glad that you're joining us today.
Thank you, Eva Lee, as we get ready to roll on the line, getting started. Rails from the crypt for Texas. Penetration for LA, and off we go. Penetration going right behind Rails from the crypt. Rails stumbles, gets back up on her skates. Penetration with the adjustment, goes right through the middle and gets a lead jammer position.
Yeah, right now though, TXRD is small disadvantage because Bad Habit in the penalty box. So they are down one blocker for the moment for the jam.
Mila Ambitious pouring up a wall in there for the defense. Here comes a little bit of oh, Penetration read it perfectly, goes up rail side and calls it with a full pass. It's going to be 4 points for LA to start this half.
Yeah, this is Penny's first time with a new member of our DDX All-Star team.
Oh. No penalties, surprisingly. And we have Diana Ross for LA, Lily the Kid for Texas.
Yeah, I'm just looking at those clear penalty boxes for this one. Die out first, lead jammer, but hey, not too far behind.
Both jammers out. Diana Ross taking the lead as she went high and Lily went low. Diana Ross coming in, head of steam, going up topside, gets around. Havage not quite calls it.
Yeah, I was kind of concerned if Diana's going to be able to call it considering her hands were on the rail at that moment.
1 point for LA in that one.
One very hard-fought point.
And we do have a penalty. It looks like one on Texas. And oh, it's going to be a power jam. Is it going to pull the jammer off for that one?
Yeah, that's an illegal block. When you get, illegal. That's bad.
It's a back block, and they're calling it. And that means Baby V is going to skate this power jam for LA by themselves.
That's right. There's one jammer on the floor, one team that can score, and that is Los Angeles. Baby V finds a clear path. Thanks to her blockers right through it and straight out with plenty of time on the clock. LA holding the core of the pack.
Baby V with the second run coming in. And it's a full scoring pass for Baby V and still keeping the speed. Mila Jukovic just dancing on the front.
Yeah, Mila was so ready to drop that block, but if you're 20 feet out, you can't do it.
Mila caught it this time and puts Baby V on the inside as Baby V loses the wheels and waits to recycle back. Mila Jukovic trying to eye Baby V. Oh, and gets juked to the inside as Baby V gets past.
Yeah, you see those lines. Each one of them is 5 feet. So when you get to 4 of those, that's 20 feet. And if you're out of that, you cannot block, or you're going to get a blocking out of play.
And too far from the pack, both Ambitious and Mila Jukovic has to wait.
Mila's like doing a little dance up there. 15? 15 points for the Derby Dolls.
All right, some quick adjustments. It looks like they're going to pull out Mila Jukovic for a penalty.
Yeah, seeing Mila in the penalty box, serving some time.
And Ambitious.
And Ambitious, it's true. That was with a, BAC. I want to say that's a blocking out of bounds, and above shoulders there.
That's 2 blocking out of plays. As here comes Hell's Kitten breaking out into the lead jammer position. Meanwhile, Stevie kicks, catches one for penetration. Back up on their feet, trying to push against the 2 wall. In comes Hell's Kitten. Hell's Kitten going up. It's got a little coverage on the top side. Drops through, and an easy pass for LA.
Oh, man, look at LA. They are just going so hard there.
Scapegoat tried to get a block in. Knocked their helmet a little bit loose. Here comes Hell's Kitten and catches it from Habich. A big sandwich, but Hell's Kitten goes ahead and recovers and keeps going.
Yeah, at that point, you couldn't throw that block again, or you might get one of those out-of-play things that Mila managed to catch 2 of.
Stevie kicks, checking her 6 right now. Is probably opting for defense, but gets popped out by Steph Con 1. And Hell's Kitchen with a nice little back move, and that's going to be a ton of points on the board. We're going to wait for the official.
Yeah, that was another 15 points for LA.
Wow. That's 2 15-point jams in a row.
Yeah. Oh, and here goes Jane Rose in the penalty box with an illegal block, and Steph Con won with a directional block.
It's going to be 2-on-4 inside the pack.
Yeah, look at Texas. They're already like setting up the wall.
Feminine going up topside, has a little room as Mila Jukovic guides her in. And a whip over to Feminine, sends us flying around the back.
That was a really nice whip. We don't see those often. We got Sweetie, Sweet Home Alabama, captain for the Derby Dolls, getting stuck in that pack.
Sweet Home Alabama looking for a little room, gets caught by Ambitious. Here comes Feminine. Feminine going topside, getting around Diana Roth. And it's a pass for Feminine.
Yeah, racing it up. We still got 28 seconds left in this jam. And I tell you right now, it looks like, well, the cover is off. Is it going to get past? And will we have a star pass at this moment?
Feminine, in the confusion, slips all the way through, and we have a penny pass to Diana Ross. Feminine checking her 6 and decides to call it before LA can capitalize. That's going to be a grand total of 10 points for Texas.
Yeah, I know Sweetie was getting frustrated, but that, those star passes are always a little bit of an issue where things can go sideways quickly. And we have Diane in the penalty box with an arms penalty in there with Ambitious with a multiplayer block. Oh, Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Bucket jamming again for the Derby Dolls. Is that Stevie Kicks?
And
no, I'm sorry.
Oh, Agrobet trying to come in the backside, and here Jammer's getting a room, but on the top side, Bucket drops into lead Jammer position.
Yeah, Bucket is just really, really killing it today. And it looks like we got another star pass there for Texas.
In they go. We have another penny pass again from this time Texas. It's Agrobet. Oh, lost her feet for a second. I believe that is Hannibal Recker, who is having trouble with the cover and can't quite get it on the helmet.
Yeah, well, it seems to just not want to go on at this moment.
Calls it off halfway through the pack.
I could feel the pain in that struggle.
10 points for LA. Oh, 9 points. 9 points in LA. I thought that was called off a little soon in the back. I thought maybe it got all 5, but not quite.
Yeah, bring it to 130 for LA, 21, and nobody in the penalty box. We just love that. Jane Woes on the jam line, and
there they go.
Habovich for Texas.
And look at them split the pack up real quick and can't quite get through.
Yeah, you got to be careful though with those. You might get a failure to reform. Pack has got to be within the 5 feet perimeter proximity.
Jane will well on their way around the track and lead Jammer. Meanwhile, Ambitious pushing like crazy against the LA blockers who have gotten pinned.
Yeah, pinned by the rail right now, giving Jane Rose an opportunity to come through again, past Mila, all the way front. Oh! Ambitious running I'm sorry, we have a lot of bad habits. There's a lot of bitch in the TXRD.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Here comes Jane Woe. Another pass in and gets right through the quick squeeze. And Mila Jukovic couldn't adjust in time to pick it up. Jane Woe checking the 6 and calls it.
All right, so you have Bad Habit, you have Ambitious, and you have Mila Jukovic. Is there like a name for that trio?
No, I've never seen them all together at once.
You've never. Oh my God, they haven't been together all at once. What's going to happen?
They're different teams than Texas.
All right, well, I see Hell's Kitten in the penalty box for LA, and we also got a skater in there for Texas. Newsy, lead jammer out for LA. Oh!
New York skate of mine with a quick juke move on Nilly the Kid. Gets all the way through. Hannibal Record trying to get around Diana Ross. And there's a collapse here, but Stevie Kicks accidentally positioned right behind.
Yeah, D-Cup went down, allowing Record to come on through. Looks like D-Cup ready with a whip for Newsy.
Oh, and a good hit from a Bad Habit. Takes New York skate of mine, and skate of mine calls it the second before being pushed inside the track. 3 points for LA in that jam. Let's see how many penalties we got now.
Yeah. Oh, we got a smiley face. Yay.
No penalties.
That makes me so happy. We got Bonafide on the jam line for LA.
And Nina Guillotina for Texas.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Doing some math. Somebody is coming down.
Oh, one too many blockers.
No, they seem to be. Wait, is that right? Okay, you have to do my math. Maybe I haven't had enough coffee. I don't know. All right, Bonafide out lead for Los Angeles. Guillotina, though, stuck right behind Penny.
Yeah, penetration took Guillotina out early in the run. Meanwhile, there goes Bonafide passing up. Nina Guillotina's got 2 to beat here. It's going to split them, and Rails with the grip trying to get through, and there goes Nina Guillotina.
Yeah.
Nina Guillotina under Bonafide.
Yeah, still not lead jammer, though. Vanna's got a lap.
No, but Nina trying to slow down Bonafide any way they can. Gets all the way through.
Yeah,
Gets
I mean, sometimes you're either a jammer or a point, you know what I mean?
Bonafide getting the points right behind Nina Guillotina. Nina Guillotina not giving it up.
Yeah, oh, there we go with the call off. 9 points for the Derby Dolls, 4 for TXRD.
Nina Guillotina so far scoring the most points for Texas in this bout. And it looks like we got a timeout.
Being called by Los Angeles.
Timeout for Los Angeles, and we got a penalty also on Rails from the Crypt for Texas. So they're going to be skating 1 skater down the next bout coming up. I mean, the next jam coming up. Sorry about that.
The next jam, the next bout.
Next bout is going to be Arizona versus San Diego here in just a bit.
Yeah, we had a slight adjustment to our schedule. We were running a little tight yesterday, and the next bout is supposed to start at 11:15, but there might still be a slight adjustment for that. I think if you're at home watching on your webcast, you should just settle in your jammies and stay with us all day long. Where else would you want to be? Especially with the heat going around this country right now. If you're inside with a little AC and some Derby on your webcast, nothing better than that.
That's true. That's why I'm looking forward to this next bout here. You have San Diego, which has the home field advantage, used to being in California. But then you have Arizona, whose heat is pretty much just as like fall weather for them. So it could go either way.
Well, I don't know if my niece is listening because currently on vacation, but just turned 18 today. My niece, my mini evil E is now 18, and happy birthday, Eleanor. If you actually, my brother remembered to actually watch this while you were all on vacation. My brother's an astrophysicist, by the way. You don't know that, but we talk about that quite often. He also, his favorite skater, Steph Con 1. Not me, Steph Con 1.
Well, you know, when they're 18, it's time to kick them out of the house. Time to make your way in the world.
Yeah. They gave her an apricot spritz since the drinking age in Slovenia is 18. So, yeah, they're on vacation in Slovenia.
There's a vacation spot you don't hear about too much.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I gotta say, I'm kind of jealous.
All right, on the line we got Lily the Kid for Texas. And breaking out early for LA.
Hanna-Barbarian.
Boy, no one was standing in Hannah's way. And meanwhile, Lily the Kid is having to fight just to get out the pack here and is forced to the inside. And here comes Hannah the Barbarian again going topside using that same lane, and it was nice and clear. Lily with a spin off the outside trying to come back in. Splits the pack and gets through.
Yeah, I'm just watching Hell's Kitten and Jane Woes kind of just bounce around TXRD at that moment. Jane Woes,
fire.
Hanna-Barbarian coming in. This is one of those things, skate with your feet, not with your face. That was a nice little face plant there. Little team heckle joke.
Baby V taking out the tall Lily the Kid, just catching it.
Yeah, Baby V was really holding Leela right up at that rail for quite a long time. Hanna-Barbarian.
I tell you what, one of my favorite things is seeing one of the small skaters take out a tall skater. I don't know why that is.
Well, from my experience from mosh pits is if you get that center of gravity, you can just really take out the tall people a lot easier in so many ways. But yeah, I just love it too. I just love how it celebrates all types of body types, and you know, everyone has a place in the track. You got to find your advantage and how to use it. We do have
we have an ejection.
Hell's Kitten with a back blocking penalty. Hell's Kitten's out of here. We also got a directional penalty against Baby V. Wow.
That last jam,
man, y'all look bummed.
Last jam had 13 points for LA, 4 for Texas, and in we go. Nina Guillotina again, all the way through, and Diana Ross in hot pursuit.
Yeah, dare I say a hot knife through butter? Sorry, somebody had to do it. We got a jammer race. Oh! Di was like, hi, I want to pass you. Guillotina's like, no.
It was a smart move.
It sure was.
And the water is rolled into the infield for the referees. Good
Hey.
looking out for the concession stand.
Hey, don't forget to check out our merch booth online. You can go to the Derby Dolls website. You know, our Battle on the Bank website had so much traffic, it went down last night. So, but the Battle on the Bank website is up, has all the information on there. So we have a failure to reform penalty there for LA and Bucket. Oh, and we have another ejection.
And Bitches has been ejected from this jam, this bout.
Oh, we're done, bitch. Wow, 2 ejections. I tell you, it can't be LA versus Texas without a couple ejections.
Penetration out front in the lead jammer position. We have a panning pass over to Scapegoat. Right quick, Stevie Kixon was the actual jammer. Scapegoat covering up and running for it, and there goes penetration all the way through.
Yeah, Penny is running. Penny's a force of nature. If you haven't, look at them go. This is incredible.
Oh, penetration didn't want to give up the points there. Waited to the last second there.
Yeah, Penny versus Scapegoat is now my new favorite rivalry. Can we make that a thing? Man, and by the say, TXRD had a skater ejected, LA had a skater ejected, and neither a skate, shoe, or clipboard was thrown, showing how much we've matured throughout our days. So we have a little bit of a glare in there. We got Egg in the penalty box with an above shoulders block, and Jezahel with a blocking out of bounds penalty.
That's right, 2-on-4 inside the pack as we get lined up. We got Feminade for Texas.
And Jane Woes for LA.
And Jane Woe for LA, yes. Both of them going up the top side, and here can find a little bit of room. Feminade sneaking by under Mixed Mayhem's cover and gets loose. Meanwhile, Jane Woe forced the inside there by the defense. And it's a 3-wall. Jane Woe busting it open and getting through the pack.
Yeah, Rose is a powerful skater and very determined out, but looks like damage is about to be done by TXRD.
Feminade bouncing off a LA blocker there, gets out front. Here comes the reform. Whoa!
Oh!
Right. And Mila Jukovic with the pickup almost puts it into referee Casey Cajones. And there's the whistle. We got a grand total of 4 points there for TXRD in that one.
Yeah, I tell you, the Radical officiating crew, they are rock stars, and I tell you, it's not going to be a battle on the bank until you see Tricky Ricardo try to have to jump over somebody in the infield.
I tell you, when you wear the stripes, you take your skates in your own hands. I mean, you can get taken out by fire anytime. No penalties in that jam.
Yeah, it seems like if somebody can fall in front of Tricky Ricardo, they will. Forcing Tricky to jump, it's always a highlight.
Looks like a little discrepancy as the officials are chatting this one over.
All right.
Oh, we're good.
Making sure it's legal.
Oh, it's a time.
Oh, it's a time call. It looks like we have 7 seconds left on the game clock. Is that correct? I believe it is.
7 seconds. This could be the last jam, barring any kind of craziness.
Oh, man. Everyone on the track. Let's just have everybody on the track. Complete chaos.
Holy cow, it's Bucket. Bucket got out front again with the lead jam position. Caught in the backpack is Agrobat. Agrobat with a pass off to Hannibal Recker. Hannibal Recker forced inside by Diana Ross. And 2 Texas insiders. Here comes Bucket. Bucket misses that block, misses another one, rides the rail all the way through and calls it with 4 points on the board for LA to close this one out.
Yeah, Hannibal Recker tried to throw that block against Bucket. Didn't quite do it. Clock has run out. We will wait for the official decision. Score on the board right now, 175 to 34. Woo! And just to be clear, the winner of this game will be skating again at noon.
There's your official.
LA! Give it up for your LA Derby Dolls, everybody.
They will move on down the bracket.
Yeah. They'll be moving on to, like I said, they'll be moving on to the 3rd game of the morning at noon, which I guess will technically be the afternoon.
TXRD moves over to the consolation game in Sunday. Come on, we give a big high fives as LA takes their victory lap, y'all. And give it up for TXRD. Great way to start the second day of Battle on the Bank. We're going to be back with you in the next jam. Arizona, San Diego, next bout coming up.
Yeah, we will have on the microphones for that CJ and Clofton. That's Clofton P. Grudge and what you say, Jay? On the microphone at 11 o'clock for that bout, and then after that we'll have Tara and Trixie for the noon game. All right, see you back here soon. This is Eva Lee and Red Coat Gamer signing out from Valhalla.